Hi everybody, this is Shri and welcome back to my channel Vedic Living. Today's video will be a series of videos for all the predictions for the year 2023. We have a brand new year coming up and I'll be doing videos on each of the ascendants and the predictions for each of those ascendants. Before we go forward, I do want to remind you that I practice sidereal astrology, which is Eastern astrology, Indian astrology, you may call it by many names, but it is not Western or tropical astrology. So what this means is if you do not know where your ascendant or your moon is in your chart, feel free to go to my website. I have a free chart calculator there. You click on the chart calculator, enter all your information, and when the chart shows up, there will be a certain sign that says AS, that's the ascendant or the lagna, and there'll be a certain sign that says MO, which will be your moon sign. So those are the two signs that I'll be talking about today when I talk about your particular sign and the predictions for the year 2023 for your sign. Now, I also want to remind you, when you're at my website, make sure you sign up for my free newsletter because I will be sending out very detailed predictions for the year 2023 through my free newsletter. And of course, every month I do monthly newsletters as well. So make sure you sign up for that. And if you like this video, like and subscribe to this channel so that I can reach more people with the same message. So let's go forward with the predictions for the year 2023. 2023 is going to be very eventful because there are so many large planetary transits happening in the sky in the year, and depending on where your ascendant or your moon sign is, you will have a certain experience throughout the year. And because the changing of signs of the planets is so rampant through the whole year, it's going to be an intense and eventful year. I don't think it's going to be all bad, though. There's some really good transits happening. So let's look at all of these. Now, here is the high-level view of all the transits happening in 2023. And these are like the main ones. There are lots of little transits happening too, but these are the main transits. So one of the main events that's going to happen is that the planet Saturn is finally going to change signs from Capricorn to Aquarius. Saturn did come back into Aquarius just a little bit of time last year, but it went back into Capricorn. So what happened is since early 2020 till now, Saturn has pretty much most of the time been in Capricorn, with the exception of that little bit of time when it was in Aquarius. But now, on January 17th, 2023, Saturn is going to finally move signs. So wherever it was for you earlier, it's going to be a completely different experience for the next 2.5 years. So I'm sure you're ready for that. The other main transit that's happening is Jupiter is going to move signs from Pisces to Aries on April 21st of 2023. This is a big one as well. What happens with Jupiter when it moves signs is that for a whole year, it's in a certain sign aspecting certain areas of your life. So your experience in those areas is going to change, especially if it's Jupiter and it's a benefic in your chart. It's going to be good experiences in those areas. That's another big transit that's happening. Now, along with all this, up until from January 17th of 2023 till March 15th of 2023, the 2-month period, there is going to be an intense transit of 3 planets, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, all aspecting the sign of Scorpio. Now, depending on where your ascendant is, sign Scorpio may be a certain house for you. That's the area you're going to see these 3 planets aspecting that particular area of your life. And we call it a point of manifestation because Saturn brings the ability to do work and discipline. Jupiter brings good luck in that area, and Mars brings in, it's like a trigger planet. It brings events and opportunities. So when all three planets are aspecting one sign, that's intense. So between January 17th of 2023 and March 15th of 2023, you're going to see, based on your ascendant, what that sign Scorpio is. And that's the area you're going to see most of those manifestation happening. Now, also another thing is that once Jupiter moves into Aries, the intense aspect of Jupiter will be on Aries, on Leo, on Libra, and on Sagittarius. So these are the main signs that will be aspected. But at the same time, because Saturn will be here in Aquarius, where my cursor is, that will also be aspecting Leo and Aries. So Aries and Leo become a very important area for the next year. And depending on your ascendant, that house or those houses will be where you'll see the most changes. Okay. Now, with that out of the way, those are the main big transits that are happening in the sky in 2023. Let's go to the sign by sign predictions. If your ascendant or your moon sign is in Taurus. Now, Taurus, again, when I say ascendant or moon sign in Taurus, I mean sidereal Vedic astrology. If your ascendant or your moon sign in Taurus is in Taurus, this is the predictions for the year of 2023. Almost half of last year, the year of 2022, Jupiter has been transiting your 11th house. So a lot of changes you would have seen in the area of friends and social organizations. You may have joined new groups. You may have seen increased gains because 11th house is great gains in your financial situation. And you may also have made some new friends in this time frame. This energy is going to continue till April of 2023 because Jupiter will be transiting Pisces till April 21st of 2023. After that, Jupiter will be moving into Aries, which is your 12th house. What this means for you is, one, you're going to become more connected intuitively to yourself. Whenever Jupiter transits the 12th house, we have these flashes of revelations, flashes of realization about our lives. A lot of that happens in your sleep because the 12th house rules the unconscious mind. It rules your dreams and your sleep. You may have intuitive kind of experiences, thoughts. Keep a dream journal. I always tell my clients when Jupiter is transiting your 12th house, keep a dream journal so that when you remember the dream in the morning, you can write it down because you have, I'm telling you, there'll be these amazing messages that come through in your dreams. Now, 12th house is also traveling and foreign lands. So once Jupiter moves into Aries in April of 2023, that entire year, you could have an opportunity to travel to foreign places. And also you may think about having a move or about changing something about your home. There may be a renovation that is on the cards for you, or you may change your home because while Jupiter is transiting Aries, it will aspect your 4th house of home and real estate, okay, which is Leo. So that's also very possible in this coming year. Saturn, since the year 2020, has been transiting for Taurus ascendant. Let me change. For Taurus ascendant, Saturn has been transiting their 9th house. So the past 2.5 years, you would have seen, in areas of learning or traveling, you would have seen some restrictions. Saturn could have brought some obstacles. It could have said, this is a time for you to be at home. This is not a great time to travel or to learn new things. And when you try to do it, you may have seen some restrictions in those areas. Now that's all coming to an end because on January 17th, Saturn's going to move from Capricorn into Aquarius, and that is your 10th house. And whenever Saturn moves into the 10th house for the next 2.5 years, the focus is your career. You could be seeing change in terms of who you work with. You could be thinking about moving your career or changing your career to a different place. There'll be thoughts about improving your career. There may be increased responsibilities at work because Saturn brings in more responsibilities. And with all of this happening in the sign of Aquarius, there will be a steady growth and upward trend in your career. It's not going to be quick or sudden, because Saturn is usually about slow growth. But you will be thinking about changing your job or your career in this time frame for the next 2.5 years. This is a big thing for you. Now, while Jupiter is in Pisces and Saturn is in Aquarius, remember I told you between January 17th and March 15th, there are going to be 3 planets, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, all aspecting the sign of Scorpio. And for you, the sign of Scorpio is your 7th house of relationships. So these 2 months, you're going to see some amazing changes in terms of your relationship. If you're not in a relationship, you may meet somebody during this time frame. And also remember, for Taurus ascendant, Mars is transiting their ascendant. So this is a time when you feel renewed energy, you want to make changes in your life. Mars can also sometimes bring some anger and frustration till March. You may be upset about something. So remember, when you're getting upset, that Mars can make you suddenly explode. It can be this, tip of the iceberg kind of situation where you feel like you're exploding with anger, So this is a good time to just take a step back and think about what you're saying before you say it, because that Mars on your ascendant can make you very impulsive when you speak, okay? But I think it's going to be a good period between January 17th and March 15th for the 7th house of relationship, because there is a manifestation happening there, okay? Now, after April 21st of 2023, you will have Jupiter and Saturn both aspecting your 4th house. So this is why I feel there is definitely something with a home change or a renovation or a move or something with your mother. You may be more connected to your mother, or you may travel to go meet your mother or something in this time frame, because that's the 4th house too. That's the predictions for the sign of Taurus for the year 2023. So thank you for listening to these predictions for the upcoming year for your sign or your moon sign. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and don't forget to go to my website and make sure you sign up for my free monthly newsletter, and also use the free chart calculator if you don't know where your sign is in terms of your ascendant or your moon. Thank you so much.